I don't understand this joke. What is the joke?
Could cause its end.
Yes,
Dylan,
I think that
can we resolve the previous topic first?
no. When the question is democracy?
What do you mean, like, should I resolve the topic? I can't resolve
No, like,
that.
can we get a resolution? Like, can they concede and then we can move on to the
We're not conceding. No, absolutely not.
Right, so then why are we moving on?
When somebody says is democracy on the ballot, the question is meaning, obviously, well, if we elect a person, is there going to be a significant departure from what our currently understood democratic norms are? That's what we're talking about, right? That's what it means. That's what everybody understood that question means. That's what any reasonable human being understand that question mean. Okay? So then the question is will Donald Trump do things? What, is there a joke? Did I miss something? Real life, hit with a blue shell. Oh, is this the tire thing? Holy shit. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Destiny. Can you explain to me what Jordan said there? What Jordan said was, what we assume is that we go into the world as empty blank slates and we look at facts, and then from those facts, we derive meaning based on our exploration. What he's saying is that actually, the second you open your eyes, you are a subjective entity with certain senses that have been a priori granted to you based on your brain or God, and that from these things, you're already valuing certain things before you've even gathered any information about the world, right? So for instance, when I'm looking at the world, like here's an easy example. When I look outside, am I doing an objective collecting of electromagnetic radiation from the world? No. My eyes are already heavily biased. I can only see a small section that we call visible light. So even when I open my eyes and I look outside, I'm already heavily biased against what exists in objective reality. I'm already heavily biased. I can only see a sliver of the type of electrons, I guess the wavelength or whatever, of electrons that are bouncing around outside. So I'm already completely fucked there, okay? When it comes to hearing things auditorily, I mean, we just watched a video yesterday of how there's, that's all I'm saying. You're as a subjective creature, you're already heavily biased entering the world before you've even made any factual analysis at all in terms of how you're perceiving things around you, all right? But to have a functioning society, we can start with subjectivity, but we need to rely on objective facts to move forward. Sure, hopefully, in any well-functioning society, when you refer to a thing, when you create some category of thing, hopefully there's a referent there that you're referring to something real or something true. There should be some underlying fact of the matter, right? So when I say chair, hopefully there's like matter that we're referring to. Everything should have some kind of reference to reality. Otherwise, what the fuck is even fictional terms are referring to something, right? Harry Potter is not a real person, but when I say it, there's a reference there to an actual some kind of fictional concept that we all agree with and understand. Same thing with man or woman. When we say man or woman, we're referring, there is some underlying, this is the content that I'm talking about. The content, there must be some content here that we're referring to, some matter that gives us some understanding or familiarity with a thing or whatever, right? What are we referring to when we say man or woman? It depends on the context, but I mean, historically, like broadly speaking, we are a sexual dimorphic species. Men tend to exhibit a whole bunch of different traits. Women tend to exhibit a whole bunch of different traits. We're pretty heavily sectioned along our sexual gametes. Generally, men are the ones pumping the semen. Women are the ones pumping the babies out. And then we've got a whole bunch of traits, especially through puberty, the secondary sexual characteristics that develop. And then we also have like kind of like different temperaments that we develop. As a result, we have different roles in society. These are like all the things that go into the content that we fill in when we talk about man or woman. All of these things are part of being a man and being a woman, right? And we all know this. All of you know this intuitively. You don't want to accept it because you want to debate this until you fucking die. But like, you know this intuitively. When every young boy, what does it mean to become a man, right? Well, becoming a man is when the secondary sexual characteristics are expressed through the increased production of androgen due to your XY chromosome. Nobody thinks that. Nobody says that. Nobody intuitively grasps that. That's not true, right? What does it mean to be a woman? Well, actually, a woman is like, some women don't feel as womanly when they have small boobs. They feel like they're not as much a woman, or if they get treated a certain way. Like these are words that we fill with content, and these are highly complicated. Not complicated is the wrong word. There's a lot of content in these categories of man and woman. What is this? Yes, you can say that H2O is an essential aspect of water. Oh, so you can surely say that XX chromosome is an essential aspect of a woman. Destiny, insert strawman voice. XX chromosomes don't really have anything to do with being a man or a woman in terms of the content that we filled those in. XX chromosomes tend to rather produce all of the things that we're familiar with when we think of what a woman is. XX chromosomes tend to produce somebody who probably has smoother skin, different fat distribution, different sexual gametes, vagina, ovary, whatever. Like that tends to come from XX chromosomes. And from XY chromosomes, we tend to get a lot of the content that we fill in our brains of what is a man, right? However, there's an issue, and all of you conservatives just learned this, because when you guys all ran into the female boxer, the Iman girl, now all of you guys are like, wait a second, hold on. Maybe she can get pregnant, maybe she has a vagina, but hold on, she has XY chromosomes. That's a man, okay? Like, none of you actually think that's a man. Now all of a sudden your brain has entered like the quantum world. We're like, oh fuck, like, oh shit, my preconceived notions of just the chromosomes mattering are being challenged radically right now so much. But the reason why your mind is getting fucked is because in some ways, assuming she even does have XY chromosomes, we still don't actually know, by the way, but a DSD individual or somebody like this represents a significant challenge to where it's like, okay, well, let's imagine that you changed the chromosomes, but every other feature remained the same, right? Let's say that you changed XX chromosomes into XY, but every single other part of the person remained the same. Would you now say that woman is a man? No, you probably wouldn't, right? So it seems like there's some other content there that's determining how you would say somebody's a man or woman. Something else is happening there. Just be aware of it. Now, typically XX and XY chromosomes, again, they tend to produce all of the things and the content that we would call as man or woman, but would you say that male and female have a similar amount of content to them as man or woman? Those have strict scientific definitions, right? No, they don't. That's a conservative delusion that was just invented where conservatives are like pretending all of a sudden that female and woman are actually completely and totally distinct words from each other. And in history, we've understand that female is a scientific and male is... That's bullshit. No, that's not true. Plenty of people have used man or male colloquially. Plenty of people have used woman or female colloquially. That's the idea that there's some like hardcore, rigid, strict difference between like male and man and female and woman. That's just like a newly invented delusion for conservatives to cope through whatever arguments that they want to make. Male robot is the obvious example. Lympheo. Everyone knows C-3PO is a male robot, and he has no biological functions. True. Are you saying there should be different terminologies for someone who born biologically male or female and someone who embodies the content of perceived values of man or womanhood? Probably not, because these line up like 99% of the time. Or 99.9% of the time or whatever. Generally, most of the time, you're the content of whatever you exhibit is going to come pretty reliably from your chromosomes. Like generally, it's pretty safe in making those assumptions usually. Or 98.9 or 99. I don't know what the intersex, whatever bullshit. But the conservative argument is that the 1% is not enough to redefine or broaden our understanding of the category. Yeah, okay. If you want to argue in favor of the category, then you defend the category on the merits, not on the existence of the category, right? So if you come into an argument screaming, women actually means XX crimes, kill yourself. You're not making a real argument. That's not why we chose those categories, right? We don't have women's sports and men's sports because XX chromosomes exist in XY terms. That's not why we have it. We have it because people with XX chromosomes tend to be a lot weaker physically or less capable of competing physically, but we want to create athletic environments for them to participate in, right? That's why we have women's sports. It's because we want women to be able to look and see other women competing at the height, at the apex of whatever a female body can produce athletically. And so we want to create a protected space for them to compete because that'd be cool, because it's good, because everybody should be able to compete. And if you come at it from that perspective, and somebody says, well, should trans women be allowed to compete with cis women? You'd say, I don't think so. I think it threatens that category. Because all the research shows that just because you transition and you start taking hormones, it doesn't seem like you're still like fit neatly into that prior understanding of why we've created this particular category. And then you're done. That's the end of the argument, right? I didn't have to appeal to X chromosomes or some weird. I can speak about the content of the definition. I can say definitionally, this is why women's categories exist. This is what women means in this context. This is why we've created it. And if we introduce this expanded definition of woman in this circumstance, we've kind of defeated the purpose of the category. And there, now you're done. Now you've made a meaningful argument with substance and context, okay? And semantic fulfillment. You've added content to the word, and then you argued the content and the meaning of the content, rather than just saying, well, actually, the X chromosome is, that's why it's, no one sees an XX chromosome. What the fuck are you talking about? How would this Iman woman have made it so far if you could see fucking chromosomes, if you think she is truly XY? Okay. Man, what a waste of time today. Fuck! We've only streamed for 3 hours. Do you think there is any brave, popular conservative who's good faith compared to others? I don't know if they're out there. I haven't seen them yet. I will say in advance, the biggest trigger that I have is all these conservatives, all of you fucking losers are going to pretend it too, are going to pretend like they always hated Trump. And they always, if Trump loses again, oh my God, it's going to be the Iraq War 2.0. Wow, we never should have invaded that. I was against that the whole fucking time. This is a horrible idea. Donald Trump, yeah, that guy was crazy. And I never, all these fucking content creators are going to say it. All these conservative pundits are going to say it. Ugh. It feels like you're just appealing to your own understanding of the category as a given, but this argument has gone on too long, so it's okay. No, what I'm saying is something that I'm just saying what you all know to be true, but you might not be able to access your intuitions right now because you're so debate-brained on this topic. But what I'm saying is true. Plenty of societies throughout all of human history, before knowing what a gamete was, before knowing what a chromosome was, before knowing any of this, was able to very easily and very quickly define and talk about and add content to the words of man or woman. None of them needed to talk about chromosomes. None of them even needed to talk about, you can talk about reproduction, but you don't need to. Plenty of people can talk about the difference between a man and a woman, okay? If you're a Catholic and you do confirmation and a girl is becoming a woman, none of that has to do with your chromosomes. A boy becoming a man, if you do a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah, if you do a quinceañera or whatever the fuck else, none of these things are like, oh yeah, well, just so you know, your father and mother today, they did a chromosome test and my God, today you're an adult human female. None of that has to do with it. The content that we feel is so much broader than that. It's so much different. And you know this. All of you know this because none of you have ever used these definitionally in your entire life. You've never, ever used man or woman to refer to chromosomes, ever. You've never done that, ever. You've never used feminine or masculine to refer to you're always talking about content. Always. Ugh. Okay. Is it not useful to draw a distinction between women, female, or gender sex for categorization purposes, with sex female referring specifically to biological features respective of the group? Maybe, sure. Depends on what you're talking about, but sure. In like a medical environment, you sure as fuck would want to know. For birth control, you really want to know, right? Okay. I need to super shift gears. I'm not shifting gears. So what if a conservative said a woman is someone who shows feminine traits naturally? I think I would disagree with that definition, but we could have a very substantive conversation. That definition is way more on track to being a good definition of woman than adult human female. That definition is you're way more in the right direction than adult human female. At least that person's trying to engage with it in a meaningful way. Okay, let's calm our brain down. I'm done talking about this, okay? I don't care. Let's connect, okay? Tongue, tape, ranch, neck. These are kissing, type of kissing. I'm already seeing it. Neck, French kiss, make out and tongue. Oh, fuck, hold on. Is it kiss instead of tongue? French kiss, make out, and neck. Necking. Two people are necking. Oh, canoodle? Okay, whatever. Okay, a language, a dialect, a speech, the type of speech. Oh, and their tongue. Okay. Oh, this is so easy. Bandage, tape, dressing, and a oh shit, what is this? A ranch, a craftsman, a prairie, a cottage, or scissors? A bandage, a dressing, tape, cottage. Wait, hold on. It's these. Tape, scissors, bandage, and dressing. Oh, these are things like probably found in a first aid kit, maybe? Would there be scissors in a first aid kit? First aid kit items. To cut bandages, I guess? I guess if you're cutting gauze or whatever the fuck, sure. Okay. Oh, and you can cut clothes and shit too, sure. Okay. Don't know what it is, so it's probably London. Oh, god damn it. There's a fucking flag, so I should know what it is. Fuck. You fucking... Wait a second. No way. Am I getting jebaited by this picture? No. The mod man. Von Barlstrat. Oh no, fuck. It's probably a thing I should... Wait. Just fuck me, fam. Fuck me. Just fuck me. I don't care. Fuck me. Just fuck me. I want to be fucked. God damn it. Von is Amsterdamian? That's not German? A street fashion show for the opening of a new shop in Von Barlstrat Street. Is Von not German? No, it's not German. Von equals German, Van equals Dutch. Oh. Fuck. Fuck me. I thought I was getting super baited, and this is some modern picture. This isn't... Hold on. Who is this guy? Is this a famous dude? Wait. Hold on. 1 second. Come with me for 1 second. Come with me for 1 second. Am I crazy? I think you might have to give me one of these. I think you might have to give me this one. Maybe? Hold on. Macron? Yeah? Okay, I get this one. Ah, the famous flag of Sea Star. The Sea Star one. Is that Turkey? But it's a sea star in the middle of other colors. Oh my god, bruh. Bruh, the Captain America shield. Fuck. Wait, this is some crazy, wacky shit. Jesus, my dude, you're overloaded out here. What the fuck? This flag is so cool. I feel like I would. It's not like. Isn't Turkey trying to fight on like the other end of Cyprus? Is this like a country that they're trying to establish on the other end? Fuck. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why we're wasting time. Or I just want to guess somewhere in the Gulf. This looks pretty modern though. Shoot me a 20, we'll do 2018 because fuck it. Oh boy, 2017. Fuck! We take him though. The president of Azerbaijan and senior government officials often criticize. Fuck, I even misclicked. I should have done 2018. For their authoritarian rule. Is this the Azerbaijani flag? Oh my god, this flag is sick. Damn. Wait, do all of the weird countries in here that nobody cares about, do they all have cool flags? Oh shit. Oh shit. What are there? What about Uzbekistan? Okay. Oh, and they got a little moon guy? Bro, all these flags are awesome. What the fuck? Oh. Damn. These guys are styling on you. Damn. The American flag is awesome. I like the American flag. Okay. All right, we're going for 30K today. Please, Lord Jesus Christ, 30K today. Is that the communist text? The Cyrillic stuff? Oh shit, it's 80 kilometers from Geoguessr. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. This can't be Moscow. It's too weird. It's got to be something else. Think about it. Think. Eastern, I'm going to say Eastern Europe somewhere. I'm just going to say in here. I don't give a fuck. Fuck me. A Soviet soldier directing traffic in a small town on the Hungarian-Czechoslovak border during the Soviet advance towards Germany. We were close in the year at least. It says Budapest. Oh, fuck, it does. No! I'm sorry, I should have saw the goofy text. I said fuck it. Okay, you know what? Who cares today? 2 more. I just want 30K and I'm happy. I need 5K each. I don't give a fuck. Boom. I see this car. I know the year. We're in the 60s. And we're in... Ho. Oh, shit. Not the Ho place. Oh, we got Southeast Asia vibes. Let's go. Let's fucking... Let's... Wait, or is that the Eastern European vibes? Cecil Hotel. Nya. Oh my god, the Nya cat. And it's mountainy. Fuck, bro, I don't... Oh shit, what is that? Oh no. Don't be New Zealand again, please God. It won't be New Zealand, it can't be. We got weird shit. This is weird. This is weird, but weird how? Weird how? It's so weird. What is this up here? It's weird shit. Fuck. Oh my god. Four-leaf clover? Ireland? Is Ireland even associated with four-leaf clover, or is that just like an American thing? I have no idea. I mean, it would explain that. There must be hills and mountains in Ireland. Fuck me. Who's driving here? Driver on the left side. Okay, we got it. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, let's fucking go. Let's go. New Delhi, 1964. Athens, bro. Who cares? Who knows? Okay? No one's cared about the Greeks for thousands of years. You guys are irrelevant. Fuck me. Greek? What am I, Hercules? Get me the fuck out of here. Get me the fuck out of this place. All right. We need a big 7.2K. We need a big 7.2K to bring this the fuck home. Okay. Benz Aerospace Airbus. Lufthansa. All right? My God. I know exactly where we are. I know where we are. We're in a goddamn German airport in 1994. That's where we are. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Where is the big German airport? I always flew into Dusseldorf, but that's not the big one. Do you ever have layovers in Germany? I feel like you don't. Why not? Paris, yes. Oh, probably because I don't travel east that much. Munich. Where are your big German airports? I have no fucking idea. I mean, I imagine there's one in... There's got to be big ones in Berlin, and I've flown into... What the fuck? What the fuck? You know what? Just, it's around here. I'm going to get it. I'm getting 8K anyway. Wait, hold on. Let's actually try and guess this a little better. Hold on. We need this one. This is important for our 30K. We need this one. We need this. We need this. We need this. We need this. Daimler Benz Aerospace Airbus. International. We're at a big international airport. I'm just going to do middle of Germany. 98. No. No. Wait. $2,000. Fuck it. Good luck. Come on, give me my big one. Big one. This is a big one. Big one. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Crowds visiting an Airbus factory to see the Airbus Beluga, the wide-body cargo plane in the center, used for transporting plane parts during an open day. My God. My fucking God. Past 30K. Hell yes. Okay. Now that we wasted like 3 hours of streaming today. Let me use the restroom. Hold on. Okay, I haven't decided 100% how we're going to do it, but I have I'm going to try to weave 2 to 3 storylines together that culminate in J6. Okay. One of these storylines has to be Pence. Okay, so things to keep in mind. We prefer direct testimony from Pence, then people around him, then indirect testimony reporting. Something that I'm pushing back against more, I didn't get to last night. I really hate that I didn't get to last night more, but it was like a 3v3 debate, which turned clusterfucky. I've been in charge of, or I've been responsible for also saying this a lot, and I don't like it. I don't think we should say it anymore. We always say our institutions held, our institutions held, our institutions held. Saying that an institution held, I think, is kind of like saying like an AK-47 killed somebody. Like, I think our institutions are important, and they can definitely shape how our government works. But at the end of the day, it's individuals. It really, truly is individuals that held. And yeah, I think that needs to be highlighted more. Thoughts on denying Lauren to join late since it made the debate too fucking cluttered? Lauren was the smartest person in that debate. Merely by virtue of not saying much because she realized that there was nothing to fucking say. So props to her, because Jesus Christ. Like that, there was a reason why every single time a question was asked, all three on that side were like, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. Because, yeah, there was nothing to be said there. Yeah. Josiah was great at the debate. Yeah, everybody has different strengths and weaknesses. Like, I saw some people were being critical of Hutch. Hutch was fine, too. Hutch is just in a... I think Hutch is used to more one-on-one conversations where you can kind of, like, go down like a line of dialogue more. So some of the questions that he was asking needed more follow-up, and in that format it was harder to do. But Hutch is a really good conversationalist and I think debater as well. But okay. General overview. Okay, what is the story? On November 3rd, Mike Pence contradicted a statement Donald Trump made after trying to claim victory in the election. We know that this happened. We know that public pressure started to ramp up against Pence in the weeks leading up to the election. We know that Donald Trump had personal conversations with Pence, as did Trump's aides with Pence and Pence's aides. We know that Pence refused Donald Trump at every turn after consulting with his legal advisors. He made public his intentions the entire time. Okay, all of this is roughly true. Not roughly true, I'm sorry. All of this is true. Okay. Every single time we bring up Pence, we need to expand all. Control P, fold, unfold. That's what I'm looking for. What the fuck is this point of find all if I don't even get like a highlight of all of them? Okay, so let's build a Pence timeline. Did I really not save this video?
This is a fraud
No, this is
on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election. We did win this election. So our goal now is to ensure the integrity.
Okay, so this is Pence's full speech here, right?
Support.
The right to vote has been at the center of our democracy since the founding.
This is November 4th, I think, because it's like in the early hours of the morning. So we'll say late night, November 3rd. We'll wait for the votes to be counted. Okay. This is the first thing that I have in here for Pence. Mike Pence said there was never evidence of widespread voter fraud. Are you going to include recent clips of Pence? Yes. Of course. Did Pence make any statements about voter fraud at the time around the election? Mike Pence election fraud before 2021. Oh, hold on. Mike Pence warns of voter fraud in a rigged election. Was there still hope that they could technically could legit win at that point, or was the election already called for Joe Biden when he gave that speech on 11/4? It seemed, well, if they were going to win at that point, it would probably have to go through the courts. On 11/4, I don't think that it was like a foregone conclusion that Biden won, but I think it was heavily pointing in that direction. And our
new CBS News poll gives Clinton a 9-point lead. 82% of voters told us this campaign is more negative than those of the past. That's the largest number to say that in a quarter century. The latest example, Trump's tweet today alleging large-scale voter fraud. Major Garrett is on his campaign.
The election is rigged. It's rigged like you've never seen before.
It is a searing indictment of American democracy, an allegation Donald Trump has toyed with throughout the campaign. This morning on Twitter, Trump wrote, "Of course there is large-scale voter fraud happening on and before Election Day. Trump has warned that Democratic voters could cast multiple ballots and that undocumented immigrants are being processed for voting purposes. He's provided no evidence for either charge." But a study by the Brennan Center for Justice found the average American was more likely to be struck by lightning than cast a fraudulent ballot. Another study found 31 incidents of voter fraud out of 1 billion votes cast from 2000 to 2014.
Okay.
We put the question to Ohio.
So what did Pence say? I'm just curious.
Problems, and I'm not a campaign is some of this election, gentlemen.
Trump's running mate Mike Pence said this about fraud claims on Face the Nation.
Look, we'll respect the outcome of this election, John.
In previous close presidential elections, countries...
Well, there's got to be more. Mike Pence backs away from the Trump election fraud train wreck. What is this? Wow, Strive. Thanks for the tier 4 suburb, buddy. This was on December 2nd. This was published 2020. Vice President Mike Pence has been a go-to fundraising draw for the president's campaign. Since November 25th, not a single fundraising email from the Trump campaign or its Republican National Committee fundraising account has featured Pence's name in the from field. Oof. This week, Republican National Committee Joint Fundraising Committee, the Trump Make America Great Again Committee, made another subtle change. A handful of its emails swapped out the official Trump-Pence campaign logo for one featuring just the president's name. Source familiar with the process says the fundraising emails do not go to Vice President Pence's team for clearance, and an RNC official said the digital team was merely testing a new logo around the end-of-month deadline. Indeed, some of the Joint Fundraising Committee's emails this week have included the original logo with Pence's name below Trump's. It's an open secret in Trump world that Vice President Pence absolutely does not feel the same way about the legal effort as President Trump does, said a senior administration official. The vice president doesn't want to go down with the ship and believes much of the legal work has been unhelpful. Here was the interview that was cut off.
Trying to deal with what your candidate is saying on the stump in real time right now. Another thing he's saying is that the election is your.
Right.
We'll hear from both vice presidential candidates.
October 16th, 2016.
Starting with Donald Trump's running mate, Indiana Governor Mike Pence.
Donald Trump's running what?
Hear from both vice presidential candidates. Starting with Donald Trump's running mate, Indiana.
Oh no. Oh no. His running mate? His running mate?
We'll hear from both vice presidential candidates, starting with Donald Trump's running mate, Indiana Governor Mike Pence, who's campaigning in Tampa. Welcome, Governor. I want to start with these allegations.
Thank you, John.
We have the tape from last week. Now 9 women have come forward basically claiming Donald Trump behaved just as he said in private. Shouldn't voters at least pay attention to this and try and figure this out? I mean, are they crazy to think there might not be something there?
Well, I think Donald Trump did what he needed to do last weekend. You know, I spoke out in my concern about the 11-year-old video that came forward. He went before the American people and said that he apologized to his family and he apologized to the people of this country and said he was embarrassed about what he'd said 11 years ago, but he made it clear that it was just talk. Not actions. And in the days that followed, I know there's been unsubstantiated allegations that have been made, but Donald Trump's made it clear that he categorically denies those allegations. And we're going to continue to focus this campaign on, frankly, where the people of this country are focused, John. Over the course of this last week and in the midst of all of these issues swirling in the national media, I can tell you that the crowds that I saw here in Florida over the last several days, the crowds that gathered with him in New Hampshire and Maine last night, are focused on a stronger America at home and abroad, about reversing a course that's literally set wider parts of the world spinning apart under the foreign policy of Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, and frankly, the policies that have stifled the American economy, particularly as it pertains to health care.
Let me ask you,
Donald Trump has a message that is enlivening and it's resonating with people all across this country, and we're going to fight the next 23 days to carry it all the way through Election Day.
Let me ask you this, Governor. You've spoken a lot in your career about character of the candidates, not relative to each other, but just relative to a standard. In 1992, Bill Clinton said, "I feel your pain." He was in touch with the voters. He spoke for them, and Democrats said that's what was important, not these character questions. It sounds like you're making a version of the same case for Donald Trump.
Well, not so. Obviously, history records that Bill Clinton didn't just talk about doing things, that he did them. It took a while to find all that out. He was under oath in 1998, and he finally came clean on having taken advantage of a 23-year-old intern at the White House named Monica Lewinsky, and in the most appalling behavior by an American president in the history of this country. Look, Donald Trump has made it very clear that he deeply regrets those words that he used 11 years ago, that they don't represent who he is, and that he has categorically denied these unsubstantiated allegations. What's really remarkable, though, John, is in a week where you have this series of unsubstantiated allegations, and of course there's competing evidence that's coming out regarding these particular incidents, we have an avalanche of hard evidence about Hillary Clinton's years as Secretary of State and the Clinton Foundation. We found out this week, because of another network's efforts, that while she was Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton her team directed contracts for the reconstruction of Haiti after the earthquake to friends of the Clintons. This is exactly the kind of political favoritism that she said wasn't happening. It's being largely ignored by this network and largely ignored by the mainstream national media, John, and the American people frankly see right through it.
Let me ask you, Governor, about your candidate has responded to these allegations using the word sick, talking about the people who are making the allegations, says they're sick, horrible, phony, and he says that one of the women would not be his first choice. One of the claims you're making about Hillary Clinton is the way she treated Bill Clinton's accusers. Donald Trump is treating these accusers pretty roughly himself.
Donald Trump has made it clear that he categorically denies.
But what about the treatment of these people coming forward
against him this week? Well, but John, what about calling half of our supporters a basket of deplorables? What about the emails that came out this week? What about the emails this week that came out with the most anti-Catholic, anti-evangelical rhetoric that I've ever seen by anybody in a high position in public life? I mean, John, honestly, the reason why you see the resilience in our numbers around the country, the reason why you see such determination of the American people is frankly, people see an overwhelming bias in the national media, a willful ignorance about an avalanche of hard evidence about Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation and her years years as Secretary of State and end up putting above the fold and leading the news with these unconfirmed, unsubstantiated allegations. And I think it frankly is why we're just going to continue to fight every single day between now and Election Day to change the direction of this country. The American people feel like, in a very real sense, that the Democrat Party and many of you in the media are working together to prevent the kind of change the American people long to see of a stronger and more prosperous America, and we're going to fight our way all the way to Election Day.
I appreciate that, Governor. I'm trying to deal with what your candidate is saying on the stump in real time right now. Another thing he's saying is that the election is rigged. My question is that a responsible thing for a candidate to say?
Well, I think what Donald Trump is talking about is, frankly, what appears to be the monolithic support of the national media for Hillary Clinton's campaign, their willful ignorance.
That's not what Trump's talking about.
About the avalanche of hard evidence, not allegations, John, but hard evidence now coming out in these emails of collusion and pay-for-play politics, and the American people are just tired of it. Look, we'll respect the outcome of this election, John.
Okay.
Well, look, let me be very clear. Donald Trump said in the first debate that we'll respect the will of the American people in this election. The peaceful transfer of power is a hallmark of American history, and elections get really tough, but the American people are getting awful tired of this two-on-one fight with many of you in the national media doing half of Hillary Clinton's work for every day. All we're asking for is, whatever you want to report about our campaign, let's get out there, let's let the facts speak for themselves, but let's get before the American people this avalanche of emails that is confirming pay-to-play politics and outright corruption during the Clinton years.
Governor, let me ask you a question, though. When Donald Trump talks about a rigged election, here's the way one of his supporters hears that. This is a quote from the Boston Globe from a Trump supporter, said, "I'm going to go right up behind them," talking about being at polling places. Donald Trump has encouraged his supporters to watch the polling places. "I'll do everything legally. I want to see if they are accountable. I'm not going to do anything illegal. I'm going to make them a little bit nervous." That's the way they're hearing talk about rigged elections. Do you condone that kind of behavior?
Well, certainly not. I don't think any American should ever attempt to make any other American nervous in the exercise of their franchise to vote. But look, the states like my state of Indiana manage our election process. Poll watching is a part of that process, and it's a message that I've delivered around this country. People that are concerned about this election and about us preserving the one person, one vote that's at the very center of our American democracy should become involved, should volunteer at their neighborhood polling place. That's how we ensure the accountability. Frankly, that's how we protect the integrity of the vote for Republicans, Democrats, Independents. Everyone across the spectrum is served when we ensure that we have free and honest elections.
Okay, Governor, thanks so much. We've run out of time. Governor Mike Pence.
Okay.
Thank you, John.
Just curious if he was ever made like specific allegations of voter fraud or backed up Trump's allegations of voter fraud. This was on November 10th.
Mr. Vice President, is it time to concede? Is there really any evidence of fraud?
When was this article written? December 2nd. What is this audio? An audio obtained by The Guardian, Vice President described investigation amid Trump's unfounded claims that millions voted illegally in the 2016 election. Oh my fucking god, these ads. So evidence of Trump knowing that Powell fabricated a Dominion fraud claim? Well, I mean, the fact that Powell never provided any evidence of it, I'd say is good evidence of that. What is this? Worker at a disposable vape factory tests up to 10,000 vapes per day.
So this step kind of blows my mind. Our friend here is testing each one of them. I'm not sure if it's for taste or volume, if he...
Jesus.
抽吗？那你下班之后还抽吗？下班之后。
Christ. Okay. More ads? What the fuck?
I thought it meant calling attention to something helpful. You know, like, toot toot, check it out.
Ad removed. And before it glitches, and I'm going to have to refresh this to play. Thank you. No, this isn't even about...
tweet, which I want to show right now, about the popular vote. And he said, in addition to winning the Electoral College in a landslide, I won the popular vote if you deduct the millions of people who voted illegally. That claim is groundless. There's no evidence to back it up. Is it responsible for a president-elect to make false statements like that?
Well, look, I think 4 years ago, the Pew Research Center found that there were millions of inaccurate voter registrations around.
Yeah, but the author of the study said there's not any evidence of what happened in this election or any evidence of voter fraud.
Look, I think what is historic here is that our president-elect won 30 of 50 states. He won more counties than any candidate on our side since Ronald Reagan. And the fact that some partisans who are frustrated with the outcome of the election and disappointed with the outcome of the election.
See, that Pence is lying like a politician. This is how a politician is supposed to lie, okay? You pivot, avoid, and don't answer the question directly, okay? This is how a politician is supposed to lie. You're not supposed to just say, yeah, there were millions of legal votes, okay? You're supposed to dodge the question as hard as possible.
Vote. I can assure you, if this had been about the popular vote, Donald Trump and I had been campaigning a whole lot more in Illinois and California and New York.
And no one is questioning your victory. Certainly, I'm not questioning your victory. I'm asking just about that tweet, which I'm going to say that he said he would have won the popular vote if he deducted the millions of people who voted illegally. That statement is false. Why is it responsible to make it?
Well, I think the president-elect just wants to call to attention the fact that that there has been evidence over many years of
that's not what he said.
And expressing that.
Keep dodging. Keep dancing.
Years ago. Certainly his right. But
is his right to make false statements?
Well, it's his right to express his opinion as president-elect of the United States. About our president-elect. And it's one of the reasons why I think he made such an incredible connection with people all across this country is because he tells you what's on his mind.
But why is it refreshing to make false statements?
Well, look, I don't know that is a false statement, George, and neither do you. The simple fact is that there is evidence, historic evidence from the Pew Research Center of voter fraud that's taken place. We're in the process of investigating irregularities in the state of Indiana. We're leading up to this election. That's the fact that voter fraud exists is a fact in this country.
Can you provide any evidence to back up that statement?
Well, look, I think he's expressed his opinion on that. He's entitled to express his opinion on that, and I think the American people find it very refreshing that they have a president who will tell them what's.
This is 2021, right? Yeah. No, this is 2020. This is December 2016. Thanks, Multistrap. I wish I knew what this leaked audio was. Audio obtained by The Guardian. Is it on YouTube somewhere? Okay, well.
understand.
We choose to follow the outcome of the will of the people. It's my oath. And I hope that I'll never break that. I know I'm not perfect. I'm certainly not a perfect
Damn, is this Pence with a haircut?
witness. But I am a witness. And I had my say. And I wasn't trying to flower it up. Wasn't trying to be
Why was I linked to this?
anything other than just rusty.
It has a hilarious story of Rudy.
Rusty Bowers is now a key witness on a central charge of the indictment.
The defendant and his co-conspirators executed a strategy to use knowing deceit in the targeted states to impair, obstruct, and defeat the federal government function.
Oh, to show that it wasn't the institutions of the people. Oh, that's right. That was when this was linked. Thanks. True. Okay.